if I disappear and everything. It's because I just got home and my mom isn't home yet, so I will have to go open the door for her and stuff. Other than that, I will be here. Recently I got approved to the YouTube partner program, which means I can monetize my videos and my content and make money with it. So I decided to use that platform that I'm given for a good cause, and since I can't donate or go out and protest, I decided to do this live stream and hopefully, you know, raise some money to donate to the cause of Black Lives Matter, because it's a cause that I fully support. I think that Black Lives Matter, that our rights should be equal, and I want to help in any way that I can. So for anyone that joins this live stream, thank you. All the profits from the revenue of this live stream, this video, will be donated to charities and organizations that help Black Lives Matter. I would like to talk with you about everything that's going on. I would like to hear your thoughts and opinions about the police brutality, the way that the protesters are treated, everything that's going on. I would like to discuss this all with you, because it's a topic that should be discussed and talked about more than it already does. So yeah, I will be waiting to hear from you in the comments. In the meantime, I found out that there are protests going on in Greece. There was one or two the other night around the USA ministry in Athens. I didn't hear much about it from the news. I heard a little bit about it from the radio, but that was pretty much it. There wasn't a big deal made, as it should, because this all is a big deal and it should be talked about. The media refuses to address or post about certain things, which is really awful if you ask me. I keep seeing posts on Twitter and other social media platforms that I haven't really seen on the news or cared about on the news, like no news article, no news on like the TV or the web, just the social media platforms, and for me that's not enough. There are many people that have a platform and aren't using it properly. I mean, I understand that some people don't know what to say, they don't know how to say it, and it's understandable, because when you're not familiar with all of this, when you're not educated about everything, speaking up might actually make things worse. I don't know. I really would like to talk about all of this with all of you, anyone that joins. I would like to hear your comments, your feedback. I would like to hear about organizations that help the cause, and just, you know, have a conversation about it all, because conversation and talking about it and then acting about it is really important. So yeah, if you have anything that you would like to say, please speak up. Let's talk about this. I recently heard that the Madeleine case has been reopened, and many people on Twitter keep commenting that they are actually, everyone is really happy about that, because it has been a case that has been closed for quite a while now, and finally some light being shed into it. But people are afraid that this all will take the attention away from George and everyone else. And they think that our attention should be focused on that. From one point, I understand that. I support that because we are all united for one cause, and it's important to stick to that cause. From the other sense, the parents of the child have been in the dark for quite a while, so new evidence coming to light and everything is really important. So I think we should have like media about that as well. One second, I found some things that I want to share with you. I saved them on my Instagram so I wouldn't lose them or forget about them. So one second. Okay, I found some books, someone posted them, that are anti-racist lit starter kit. And there is an intermediate kit and topic specifics, biographies, non-fiction novels, personal narratives. I think those books would really help all of us understand everything a little more clearly, I would say. So I'll start with the starter kit, anti-racist lit, stamped from the beginning from Ibram X. Kendi. A People's History of the United States from Howard Zinn. White fragility, why it's so hard for white people to talk about racism, from Robin DiAngelo. So you want to talk about race, from Ijeoma Olu. I hope I said it right. Anti-Racist Kit, Intermediate Kit. The Burning House, from, one second, Andres Walker. The New Jim Crow, Michelle Alexander. You May Be Next. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the title. The Condemnation of Blackness, Kahil Gibran Muhammad. Dying of Whiteness, Jonathan M. Menchel. A Different Mirror, Ronald Takaki. How to Be an Anti-Racist, Ibram X. Kendi. Anti-racist list, topic specifics. Evicted, Matthew Desmond. Nobody, Mark Lamont Hill. Casualties of America's War on the Vulnerable from Ferguson to Flint and Beyond. Lies My Teacher Told Me. Everything Your American History textbook was wrong. That's an interesting one because that's from James W. Lowen. Hold on. I'm sorry, but okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Why are the black kids sitting together in the cafeteria? Beverly Daniel Tatum. The Color of Law. Richard Rothstein. Black Bolt, The Black Vote, and U.S. Democracy. Daryl Pinckney. And the last one, Anti-Racist Lit, Biographies, Non-Fiction, Novels, Personal Narratives. The Warmth of Father Sons, Isabel Wilkerson. James Baldwin, The Fire Next Time. The Autobiography of Malcolm X as told to Alex Holly. Between the World and Me. Ta-Nehisi Coates. I hope I said it right. Killing Grades, Ending Racism, Bell Hooks. Becoming Michelle Obama. I saved some more things that I want to share with you. Let me find them because okay, I found some more books that we can all read. Anti-racism books are climbing bestseller lists, and thousands commit to educating themselves about racism. All I'm gonna say is about time. I think racism should be a topic discussed more at school. I think there are less important subjects that are taught in high schools and middle schools and younger ages that aren't as important, like we want to use them in life. But racism is something that should be taught at home and at school, and it's a topic that should be discussed way, way more because it all starts from home and from the school, and that's how our lives go forward. Let me tell you the books now. Black Feminist Thought, Patricia Hill Collins. Eloquent Rage, a black feminist discovers her superpower, Dr. Brittany Cooper. Heavy, an American memoir, Kiese Lemon. How to be an anti-racist, Ibram X. Kendi. Some of the books that we're talking about are the same from the list before, but this is a separate list and I will read all the books included so you will hear the titles again. I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Maya Angelou. I think I have read this one. It seems oddly familiar. I think I read it. I'm Still Here, Black Dignity in a World Made of Whiteness, Austin Channing Brown. Just Mercy, Brian Stevenson. Redefining Realness, Janet Mock. Sister Outsider, Audre Lorde. I hope I'm pronouncing those right, but by using the title of the book, I'm sure you'll be able to find the authors, and you should buy those books and support the authors. Some of them might be black. I have no idea how of what race the authors are, but the books are about the black race, and I'm not sure if those books are written from people from that race or not, but if some of them are written from people from that race, buying them would also support those people in that race. But not all those books should be read and talked about more in schools and at home. And yeah, I'll continue. Sister Outsider, Audre Lorde, with all that. So you want to talk about race, Ijeoma Oluo. The Bluest Eye, Toni Morrison. The Fire Next Time, James Baldwin. The New Jim Crow, Mass Incarceration in the Age of Colorblindness, Michelle Alexander. The Next American Revolution, Sustainable Activism for the 21st Century, Grace Lee Boggs. The Warmth of Other Suns, Isabel Wilkerson. The Rights Were Watching God, Zora Neale Hurston. This Bridge Called My Back, writing by radical woman of color. White Fragility, Why It's So Hard for White People to Talk About Racism, Robin DiAngelo, PhD. Okay, let's continue. 40 ways you can help right now. Organizations to donate to, I will leave links below, and any profits will be going towards one or more, depending of those organizations. George Floyd Memorial Fund, Minnesota Freedom Fund, Reclaim the Block, National Bailout, Black Lives Matter, Bail Project, Black Visions Collective, Campaign Zero, National Bay Fund Network, The Innocent Project, Run with Maud, Justice for Breonna, People's City Council Freedom Fund, GoFundMe, Black Lives Matter Los Angeles, Alliance of Californians for Community Empowerment. Organizations to follow at BLK Lives Matter, Color of Change, NAACP, Showing Up for Racial Justice, Civil Rights Org, Reclaim the Block, Ethel's Club, United We Dream. I'm sorry. Petitions to sign, Justice for George Floyd, Change.org, Colors of Change, hashtag Justice for Floyd, Justice for Breonna Taylor, Change.org, Justice for Ahmaud Arbery, Change.org. Numbers to call. Call DA Mike Freeman in Minnesota, 612-348-5550, 35s. I'm sorry if I said more. 612-348-5550, and demand prosecution to Derek Chauvin, Buds, hashtag 1087, Thoa, Buds, hashtag 7162. Text Floyd to 55156. Text Justice to 668336. 668336. Text Enough to 55165. Leave a message for Louisville Mayor and demand justice for Breonna Taylor, 502-574-2003. And some questions you can ask yourself. What can you do to support POC in your community? What are your local politicians' policy on ending police brutality? When were you taught about race and culture? Were you ever taught? How do you plan on helping the fight to end racial discrimination and systematic oppression? How can you use anti-racist knowledge to change and progress conversations with friends, family, colleagues, and peers? Those conversations need to happen because you might not be racist. You might support all of this in the best way that you can, but some of your friends, some of your family, some of your close people are not, and you need to sit down and call them out and educate them on that. Some tough conversations need to be made. How can you be actively not anti-racist instead of simply not racist? What do you want to learn more about? Actions you can take. Register to vote. Check in on your Black friends, family, partners, and colleagues. Educate yourself and read up on what it means to be anti-racist. Screenshot, share, and repost resources to educate those around you. Don't center the narrative around you. Identify privilege and condemn it. Stop supporting organizations that promote hate. Be an ally and advocate after the outrage ends. Continue to donate to fund and support initiatives you care about if you have the means. Let's continue. Someone posted this quote, and it's really wise. Care about it, cry about it, mourn about it, organize about it, protest about it, vote about it, blank about it. You can fill the blank. But I think these pictures speak volumes. Let's continue. How to be actively anti-racist. In light of several recent racist events and recognition of the countless we don't and like we will never know about, we're reminded that when we see injustice, it's up to us to step in and make a difference. And it's not enough to not be racist, we have to be actively anti-racist. It is our responsibility to listen, learn, take action, fail forward, and repeat. Here are some resources to help you get started. Hold on, I need to understand that white supremacy occurs both overtly and covertly. Because of the history of white supremacy in the US and its impact on our culture, whether intentionally or not, we've all taken actions with racist consequences instead of getting defensive. Oh, there's consequences, period. Instead of getting defensive, we have the opportunity to learn, change, and do better. Learn about some of the socially acceptable racist actions. Thank you for tuning in, and we can all contribute the best way we can. Learn about some of the socially acceptable racist actions you may have unknowingly taken part in the past, and make a plan to reverse course in the future. Follow those organizations doing important work surrounding racial equity and justice. Anti-Racist Research and Policy Center, Audre Lorde Project, Black Women's Blueprint, Color of Change, Color Lines, The Conscious Kid, Equal Justice Initiative, Families Belong Together, the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights, Muslim Girl, Empowered Change, NAACP, National Domestic Workers Alliance, Races, RAISCES, Races, Showing Up for Racial Justice, Sister Song, United We Dream. What's these films and shows that creatively dive into racism past and present? Netflix, 13th from Ava DuVernay, American Son, Kenny Leon, Dear White People, Justin Simien, See You Yesterday, Stephen Bristol, When They See Us, Ava DuVernay. Hulu, If Beale Street Could Talk, Barry Jenkins, The Hate You Give. I've seen that movie. It's one of the movies I've seen, and it really did speak volumes to me. It really made me see things in a different perspective. To be honest, I won't lie to you. One of the reasons I watched it was because some actors and actresses that I really enjoy and admire were part of it, but I rewatched it several times after that because the message in the movie is really important, and it's definitely a must-see movie. I will definitely put the rest of the movies in my watch list to watch them. Let's continue. Also, I think the Black Panther from the Marvel movies is it's not about what's going on like nowadays, but it's still about the black culture and black rights and everything, because it does showcase certain things. So if you haven't watched Black Panther, I think you should, because it's a really great movie, and it really has great messages in it. Movies available to rent: Black Power mixtape, 1967-1975. Clemency Sinoye Chukwu. I hope I pronounced it right. Fruitvale Station, Ryan Coogler, I'm Not Your Negro, James Baldwin documentary or Canopy via your library. Just Mercy, Destin, Daniel Cretton, Selma, Ava DuVernay, The Black Panther. The Black Panther's Vanguard of the Revolution. And I think, oh no, it's not the last one. There are many more. Okay, let's continue. Subscribe and listen to this podcast that dive into important conversation around racial equality and justice. 1619 by the New York Times, About Race, Code Switch by NPR, The Diversity Gap, Intersectionality Matters, hosted by Kimberly Crenshaw, Momentum Race Forward podcast, Pod for the Cause from the Leadership Conference of Civil and Human Rights, Pod Save the People by Crooked Media. Read the entire document of anti-racism resources compiled by Sarah, Sophie Flicker, and Alisa Klein, and make a plan on how you deepen your anti-racism work. The guide includes direct links to tools for white parents to raise anti-racist children. As I said before, parents really need to sit down and have those conversations with their kids, because it all starts from home and it all starts from school as well. So those topics should not be avoided. they really need to be talked about. Articles to read, videos to watch, podcasts to subscribe to, book to read, films and TV series to watch. Organizations to follow on social media and more. Access document and resource at good.co/anti I don't know what's that called. This straight line, racism. This straight line again, resources. And there's a quote that says, one second, because my phone kind of freezes. The beauty of anti-racism is that you don't have to pretend to be free of racism to be an anti-racist. Anti-racist is the commitment to fight racism whenever you find it, including yourself, and it's the only way forward. This was beautiful. Another video that you should watch is this video that was posted by Viola Davis on her Instagram stories, on her Instagram TV, I think. Say Without Apology. And another video that I found on my Instagram, but I first saw it from my best friend that read it on Twitter. It's a video from this woman.
If you, as a white person, would be happy to receive the same treatment that our black citizens do in this society, please stand. You didn't understand the directions. If you white folks want to be treated the way blacks are in this society, stand. Nobody's standing here. That says very plainly that you know what's happening. You know you don't want it for you. I want to know why you're so willing to accept it or to allow it to happen for every white person in this.
This video is just amazing. It says that everyone knows what's going on and we don't want that for ourselves, yet we refuse to do something for anyone that goes through it and step forward. Okay, I think I have more, but I have to find them, sadly, because my phone is a mess right now. So can you be patient with me while I go and research for all of this? Okay, before I continue further, I should have said that in the beginning of the live, but I saw this this video from a woman called Zoe Amira. She posted the video on YouTube, which is an hour long and is filled with art and music from Black creators. It has tons of ads, and the result will rack up a ton of revenue. 100% of the ad revenue from the video will be dispersed within various BLM organizations, including bailout funds for protesters. It will be split between the following, and it has she's called Zoe Amira, and if you haven't watched the video, then you should, because it will really help. Like, you watch videos either way, so just sitting and watching a video for 1 hour, knowing that it will make a massive difference, is just the easiest thing to do, and you'll be making a huge difference. So yeah, that's how I got the idea to do this live stream. I didn't have a video to upload. I couldn't combine art from people to make a video, and I didn't want to like search for music and upload it. I wanted to do something myself, and I tried my best to promote it and get more people to talk about it, so more people would come and watch it, because I think that the more people that watch it, the more will be educated, and the more revenue I will be able to make from this video to be able to donate Let's continue though, because we're not finished yet. I have a lot of things I want to share with you. So yeah. Repeat after me. I will not tell black folks how to feel, protest, or mourn. I will do everything in my power and beyond to advocate and protect black lives. I will be a voice and an advocate in ending police brutality against black people. I will challenge power structures that seek to deny the voices and experiences of black people. I will shut up and listen. This really speaks volumes. Okay, I found another one. How can I help from Europe? I'm from Europe, so there are ways for people from Europe to help as well. Be actively involved. It doesn't matter if you have 10 followers or 1,000, it's important to keep the conversation going online and spread awareness. So, if you find any post, retweet it. If you find any video, retweet it. If you have an Instagram story or post, share it on your story and get it out there for more people to see it. Do everything in your power to promote and share everything that's going on so more people will know about it and more people will take action and can even... People from the US are sending a phone number to call or text, but for many of us this can get expensive. Phone plans here don't even cover international calls outside of the Europe. A great alternative is to send an email to police@minneapolismn.gov and share this initiative online. Other easy steps you can take is to sign a petition or donate money if your financial situation allows you to. Donations, Minnesota Freedom Fund and the Bail Project pays bail for protesters who can afford it. Check out their Instagram @MN Freedom Fund and @Bail Project petition www.justiceforbigfloyd.com. Let's continue. Beyond the hashtags, educate yourself. Racism doesn't stop when the brutal murder of George Floyd isn't trending anymore. It's very good if you made your statement online and repost those stories, but it's crucial to be critical of yourself and ask, how will I make this further? Am I as strongly fighting against racism offline as I am doing online right now? Do I listen to the black community? Am I aware of the impact of white supremacy in my own country? Don't forget that racism is happening in Europe every day. Institutionalized racism and white supremacy are actual problems in all European countries. Blackface is still a tradition that happens every year in the Netherlands, being praised by almost every head of the government. White terrorist Tobias Rathjen, who murdered 11 people, was described by the German police as a German with hunting license who is mentally unstable. A fucking terrorist. It's really good getting out of hand that people murder people, do things, take lives, and rape and other things, and just get away with it with the excuse that they're mentally unstable. Like its country here showing how deeply rooted the racism is. Open your eyes to anti-blackness, but the light is too bright and I can't read properly on the screen. Groups living there. Although racism and white supremacy refer to the ways in which specifically and uniquely black people are targeted. Understand the difference as a person of color who is non-black. Start paying attention to coded language. What do white people mean when they talk about good neighborhoods or good schools? Underdeveloped, articulate. Pay attention to both micro and macro. I don't want to cause scandal, but there was a while ago this thing about TikTok that a black creator created a dance and didn't get credit for it, and the white people did, and the racism topic and conversation was brought up again because black creators don't get the same recognition white creators do, or creators of other ethnicities do on TikTok or any other social media platform, and that's something that should change. What elements of black culture are celebrated which are being ridiculed? Together we have to dismantle the systems of oppression that continue to threaten black lives in both visible and hidden ways. Accept and acknowledge that we all make mistakes and sometimes can say something racist, even if it was never your intention. But it's not about being perfect in everything, it's about the effort that you put into educating yourselves and others around you so we can all grow and unlearn. Free sources like the internet, you have no excuse to not educate yourself. You are personally responsible for becoming more ethical than the society you grew up in. Automatically go to all black people you know for free education. Do not put the labor on black people to educate you. Listen, don't labor. Listen to resources, experience. Don't talk over them. Simply listen. Passing can even imply agreement, as we said before. Call people out when they say something racist. Recognize your privilege and use it in your appearance. Acknowledge your privilege as white person and help the white around you to become aware of that too. Call racist behaviors out. As we said before, you need to sit down with your friends, family, and be open for others doing the same with you. Again, it's to make mistakes, but it's okay to make mistakes. It's not okay to deny that and repeat the same mistake. Remember, no growth without discomfort. Stop appropriation. Stop picking apart pieces of life. Aim for empathy. Those are all the things that I found. But I want to do a quick research online because there are more things that we need to talk about. Did you see the video from the protest that the police attacked someone in a car without the person was about to attack them for no reason? What the hell was that about? They attacked them for no reason whatsoever. I don't know what was going on there, but yeah. And I said what I used to help. I think we had the talk together with anyone that's watching this about not being racist but being anti-racist and all that. I gave you books, movies, TV shows, podcasts, and well, there's Google as well. You can do a Google search and find out more about all of this. Really important, what really matters. And I hope you learned something from all this. I sure did. And I will keep educating myself and learning more and more each day, because we all have a long way to go. Start. So we will go from here, like everyone else. But right now, Black Lives Matter. Please stop. And there's another house nearby about that. When right now to fight, we will not stay silent, and we will support with any means possible. Stay united, stay protesting, stay fighting. Don't stay silent, and let's make a difference. Let's change the narrative from now on. That's all. Good night, and continue to fight, continue to educate yourselves, continue to protest, continue to share videos, links, petitions, anything and everything. And let's hope that one day this will not be our reality. This will seem like something completely different. Bye guys.